good. Audio. Who do we have?
Family and time. I know.
Who do I have?
Adam Cantor, turn around, go back where you came from, and make sure nobody else comes through that way.
I am a rock star.
Well, actually, if I gave them coffee, they would be great right now.
Hang on, Mom, where are the energies? I'm gonna bring it. Yes. Awesome. Can't ride it in the grass.
Look at it.
No, I can't do anything on it. Wait, what? Yeah, she's on it.
You didn't see this video. I said, no, I don't want to see nothing.
I got you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, screw this loud and you can make it echo. Echo.
Here we go.
Good morning, Gerard family! Adam, Jacqueline, and Lucas, wake up and come on out here! Hello, big man.
Oh my goodness! Oh, good morning! Oh my gosh!
Hello, Mom.
Hi! Oh, so good to see you! Oh my goodness! Oh, awesome! Good morning! Oh, good morning! Oh my goodness!
Hey, so come here. I want to make sure we meet everybody. Okay, so
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline,
Lucas.
Lucas,
Adam.
Adam,
This is Hannah,
Hannah.
and I'm Carol.
Hey, come over here for me, wait. Well, this is the design team this week. We got Michael, Paige, Rib, and Ed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, it's a beautiful morning.
Yes, Will? Perfect. So, wow.
Yeah, so,
Oh my gosh.
sorry guys, we're just gonna move everybody in this
Counterclockwise.
just like this.
Everybody keep coming around. Keep coming around.
Come on around, folks. Excellent.
You can actually come over.
Okay.
Keep coming.
You can come over here. Is that done?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You can come this way.
I love that. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you guys.
It's so well beyond me, let me tell you.
Tighten up a little
We saw your tape. And,
Come over in front of your mom.
I know. I can't imagine. I thought this was been, especially for you, man. Wow.
It's been a rough road, it really has. We lost a good part of our family because they were very strong men, and we felt it a lot. No matter what we do or go, there's always somebody around the corner that knows them and that talks to us about them. And I mean, we're blessed. We really are blessed and very proud of them. But we miss them terribly.
Anything they'd say right now?
Go for it. My husband wanted, something like this for us. And he tried really hard, and that's what we were trying to do. Our plans changed, and I'm thinking he's helping us now. I really do. I think he's a big part of having us go through this. Still holding our head up high and smiling and going through every day. Right? Yes.
So, it's got to be, I mean, for you as mom, when you come out here, I guess you're the person you leaned on. Both those guys were kind of leaders for the family.
Yes, they were. Whenever my husband wasn't around, there was always Mark there to help me, and he was, my husband and I, we've grown so close in this last year since the fire of our house. We have grown just so close, and he taught us all how to smile at everything and say, yeah, we lost a house, but it's only things, and we can keep moving and keep going because we had each other. And now we're missing two, and it's hard to say, well, we all have each other, but I have 4 of my children, and they keep me going because I look at them and say, our work's not done. We still got to, do things. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's what I think that's what amazes me the most, because I think when you go through a loss like that, and not just one family member, but 2 at the same time, and I think, you can get so affected by that you can hardly even function. But for you, you really haven't had that option because you've got these guys who look after you. Who's been looking after you?
Actually, they have. They're the only ones that have. And I mean, I see everybody every day, and they do ask, how the kids are doing, how I'm doing, and quite a few of them do stop and say, I know the kids are doing fine, but how are you? And it means a lot when somebody can walk up to you and say that, because they do forget about you sometimes, because you have the kids. But that and Adam's been, he's been my rock, and he makes sure, if he constantly say, are you all right? Do you need help? Do you need this? And he's there for me, so he's the one I lean on now when I need to.
I think a lot of people lean on you. But I just want to make sure I have the story straight, right? So you guys lost your home to a fire.
Right.
And from then on, where all did you live? You lived in a tent or something?
We did, people gave us pop-up tents. We had 2. We stored some of our stuff in one. We slept in one.
Wait, so after the fire?
Right after the fire.
Lost everything?
We lost everything in the fire.
Well,
a lot of it was for water damage. Because it was an old house, they did have to put a lot of water in there to quench the fire because it was a fast-moving fire. Actually, my son Mark's room got totally destroyed by the fire itself, along with the kitchen. All the other rooms were basically water damaged and smoke damage. and then we moved into borrowed pop-up trailers for approximately about 3 weeks, I think it was.
You guys were living in like campers.
In campers, and it started getting cold because it was August. Towards the end of September, it gets cold.
Reheating with oil lamps.
Really?
Yeah, oil lamps.
So
Yeah.
You guys were basically camping.
Yeah.
She was doing her homework with flashlight. You know, that was tough for her. So,
Wow.
but then we moved into the tenants that we had on the property gave us their fifth wheeler to borrow. So we lived in the fifth wheeler, but you can heat it. We had 1 lead of electricity in there. You can only heat that. You know, if you put electric heater in there, which is what we did, with 1 lead, I mean, it doesn't heat up that much. So we had the temperature in there 20 degrees warmer than whatever was outside. And when it's, 0, it's only 20 in there, so it was getting cold. We did move in down cellar for a little bit.
So where is this? Is this a relative's house?
This is my mom's house. After the funeral, we moved down in here, and she told us, to take her time. So we moved with my mom because she's been living by herself for 5 years. So.
What's been happening with the house that got burned down?
Well, we've been rummaging through it ourselves, see what we can salvage. It's been just sitting there basically. We tried getting it, rebuilt and everything else, but I had to get the mortgage in my name because everything was in my husband's name. So things went into probate. You have a certain amount of time in probate, but the judge was very generous, and she gave me the house before probate was over with. The mortgage company also gave me the house.
Except the problem is the house was actually burned to the ground.
Right. So I do have the property and everything, but we can't do anything with it.
No, were you able to? I mean, how much did you lose? I mean, what all did you lose? Everything?
We lost everything.
Like photos, all that?
We have a handful of photos. Some of it is water damaged. My son Mark was taking art classes and everything. He did a lot of self-portraits and a lot of, what they do in class. And we were able to save some of those. But all the pictures that we had that family painted, they're all gone. And their clothes were all gone, so we had a lot of donations and everything else. And lately, some of that is, been trashed also. So, and we have a lot of mice in our house right now because we have a lot of food left over from the fire. So we were told that, we can't really even basically touch anything in the house because of the insurance and everything else. They wanted to make sure that, everything was done. So.
Wow. So you guys have a home that you can't even live in because it's...
That's right. And even our tenant's house, because we have a small house there, and the floor needed to be ripped up. The sinks had to get ripped out and everything. So there's a shell, and that's about it.
Wow. So, wow. So now some of you guys that are the oldest and really kind of had to take on some extra responsibilities?
Yeah. Yep. A lot of responsibilities, helping them, helping her. It's been tough.
What's been the hardest thing for you?
Seeing her go through really hard times and not being able to look to my dad or my brother, but having to look to us.
Just want you to know, man, I'm so sorry to see what happened to you guys and to lose something like that. This is the worst thing, and then I wish we could change that. We can't do that, but I think we can help you this week. Kind of get a new start and kind of start to move forward. And it sounds like the way things are right now, you guys can really use that.
I think so. That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To actually have a house and not live in the car during the day.
That would be the ultimate.
So you guys have really been doing that? You've been kind of living in the car?
Well, we leave in the morning, about 6:45 in the morning. I bring him to school, and we have our house about half an hour from here. And instead of driving back and forth with mileage and everything else, because we did have an older car, we just stayed up there.
So the school is so far away because it was close to your old house?
Right.
That you have to go back and forth?
Go back and forth. Instead of changing the kids, their school, the town actually agreed to let my kids live in a different town and still let us go to their school.
Because that's where all their friends are. and
Because that's where
they-
everything is, and they figured that they had enough happen to them, that
Right.
they, it was feasible for them for the year to have them go to that school. And so we've been doing that, and we've been, their adjustment into school wasn't that bad. Jacqueline does have the harder time, and I think part of that's because she is 15. Her best friend was Mark, and she got very close to her dad because he drove her to school every day and picked her up, and she didn't have that anymore. That bond right there was just severed in an instant, and there's no explanation why. Because he was a strong swimmer. We thought he might have had a heart attack or something, but there was nothing there. So, it was hard to accept that. And my son Mark, here he is. He's 130 pounds. My husband was about 230. He just couldn't bring him up, and he didn't even come up for air once. So that right there, and these two, the smaller ones, were there at the time. And actually, my husband was carrying Hannah in the water, and she had a difficult time for quite a while, huh? But she's getting a little bit better. So, but Lucas there, he has his moments, because he saw them take him out of the water. But thankfully for him, they found them right away. They knew where they were, so. I know, you miss Dad, huh?
That was a tough day, huh, Lucas? I'm sure you think about that day every day. Ah, man.
But our volunteer firemen, I'm very thankful because they did keep Mark alive. We saw Mark for about an hour and a half, I think it was, where we didn't get that chance to happen. And it makes a difference. And even though those 45 minutes or an hour and a half that we saw Mark, he didn't look very pretty, but at least we got to stay with him, and we got to say our goodbyes. And and we had our very close friends there, so we're very grateful for that, because it does make a difference.
So, there's so many questions I want to ask. Lucas, how old are you?
11.
11. That's a really tough thing to go through for someone your age. I have no idea what it's like to lose your dad and your brother right in front of you like that. The feeling of not being able to do anything, I know can drive you crazy. But I guess if there is any consolation, as you said on the tape, at least they have each other.
That's right.
But I know the one thing they would want is that you guys to be taken care of and to at least be in a decent home. So I don't think we can change what's happened, but I think what we can change is what's going to happen, which is you guys finally getting home. You can actually feel like you have a permanent place, and you guys have lost a lot. Hopefully this week you'll gain something back. A place where you can raise your kids and know that they're going to be safe. So I know it's been a really tough time. I'm hoping we can put a few smiles on your faces because it looks like you guys could use some.
We have our moments, huh?
So you guys want to hear what's going to happen?
That would be awesome.
So first of all, and I think you're going to like this, by the way. So while we're building you guys a house, you guys are going on vacation. You want to know where you're going on vacation?
Oh,
Yes.
You guys are going to Walt Disney World!
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic! Oh my goodness!
So while you guys are having fun at Walt Disney World, we're going to be building you guys a house. But we don't have a lot of time, so here's what I think we ought to do.
She gets to
excited?
Walt Disney World.
You get to go to
Oh
Walt
my
Disney!
Oh.
So, and the good thing is I think you really are going to have a great time, and I think you're going to have some fun. And it sounds like you guys could probably use some of that. But we don't have a lot of time today because I know this isn't really your house.
Right.
This is your mom's.
Right.
So I'd like to kind of see where you, what it's been like to live here. But then I really would like to go check out your old house and what's left of it.
Okay.
And then we'll get you guys off on vacation. Sound good?
Sounds fantastic.
So Mom, why don't you show me the house? Kids, hang out with the design team. Tell them what you kind of need.
Okay.
And we'll get this thing started.
All right, great.
Sound good?
All right.
Okay, one more. Okay. Okay. So, okay. You guys are wondering, what's he saying? What's he doing? Okay, so here's what I think we ought to do. We don't have a lot of time because I still want to see your old house that burned down. So why don't we grab some bags, grab whatever you guys can. Let's take a little bus ride and go check out your old house, see what's left of it, and we'll get you guys off on vacation.
Oh, that's
Good?
fantastic. Oh my goodness.
So you guys grab a bag, bring a toothbrush, maybe a bathing suit. Might be nice for you to right? So let's do it.
All right,
Make it
let's
happen.
go. Okay, we'll be
We'll just
I'm still with you. Hey Ryan, split us because I can't. I'm breaking up on you. Yeah.